Hi, welcome to Undead Yarn. My name is Heidi. This is episode 20, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants today. No show notes. School's out. I just felt like I needed to record, so here I am. You can find me on Ravelry and Plurk as Knitty Girl, and on Instagram and YouTube, and there's one more thing, as Knitty Girl 1. This week I have a finished object, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with that. Most of the stuff I'm going to be talking about today involves showing you yarn. I guess this will be similar to most of my episodes, but like I said, I no show notes today. But I made it to double digits finally, and I was looking things up, and actually in a month it'll be my podiversary. Apparently my first episode was last year in July 1st. Anyway, this is I Say by Tricot Designs, S-Based Tricot Designs, and I finished it. This I had knit with Twisted Sisters lace yarn. Very, very simple pattern. Lovely yarn. Used up a good amount of lace weight yarn. I didn't even use as much as the pattern called for, but look, I think it wraps around pretty nicely. Now, it'd be nice if it was really cold, you might want it to go a little bit more, but actually I think that's pretty good. See? It goes pretty much around. You could just put a shawl pin over here or just wrap it over, and there we go. There's my finished object. I did not work on my summer and Angiers shawl. I finally have put all the beads on for the part where I need to pick up, because I got all the beads ready. So you can see I've added, I don't know if you can see if you can tell, I've added in some beads. I got some clear beads to go in between the others. So I'm ready to pick up and start knitting for the edge, and I'm guessing once I start that it won't take too long to finish it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And here was the body. This was in Undead Yarn, my Undead Yarn, and the color Eye of Sauron. So the body, like you remember, is already done. And here's the edging, but I have to pick up and put the final edging and the beads on it. So that's hopefully will be a finished object maybe next time I record. And I probably will be recording a little bit more often since it's the summer. There'll be a couple weeks where I'll be out of town and I won't record, but in general I'm hoping to record more in the month of June and July than in August than I normally do. What have I been doing the last couple weeks? Oh, I did also start something else. I forgot. This was inspired by Silly Fru, who was wanting to knit with some crazy hand-spun yarn, knit some socks. And I know I said I didn't want to knit socks, but those are the things I usually do knit, is socks and shawls. So I have that one shawl I'm going to finish. I finished a shawl. I'm going to start another one, and then I'm also going to be working on a design for a shawl. And this hand-spun was so fun, I just wanted to cast it on right away. I think I showed you guys this maybe last time. This is the Western Sky Knits, and it's 100% merino. Very, very soft. And I started knitting it, and I just love the way it knits up. It reminds me of I've seen a lot of people knitting hand-spun projects, and I just love the way the yarns look, because they don't look the same. It doesn't look the same as it does like regular yarns. This one is like, it's like the colors are graduating. There's blue basically throughout this whole sock. You probably can't really tell. Well, you can kind of tell here, but here it's blue and yellow, then it's blue and pink, then it's blue and yellow, and then it's now down here it's got a darker blue, which is almost a purple, and a pink. And I really think it looks cool. And I tried the sock on, and it's so warm. It's really warm, and it's really squishy. It's going to be wonderful. And I know it's 100% merino, and it's a 2-ply, and it may not last forever, but maybe I'll just wear them as bed socks, or I'll just wear them in the house. But I I love knitting with this. It's so much fun to watch. It's like watching Noro. It's not quite striping, but you know, those colors are just subtly changing as you go. It's really cool. This week, what I've done, or the last couple weeks, have been mostly concentrating on finishing up work at school, but we did see Godzilla, which was a lot of fun, and I would recommend seeing it in the theater, especially because you get to see the big monsters, and all the noises they make are so cool in the theater. And then we also saw, what was the other thing we saw? Oh, we saw X-Men. I love all the X-Men movies. That was excellent. I would recommend that one too. Now, I would say the X-Men movie is actually better than the Godzilla movie, because Godzilla, I think, was more cool for seeing the monsters and stuff, but the storyline of the X-Men is better. But I think in general, X-Men, the stories are always good. And I did go to Yellow Rose Fiber Festival just for a couple of hours on Friday, and that was kind of like a celebration for me, because my last day of work was Friday. So to celebrate, I just decided I'm going to go down and have some fun. And I got to meet one of the dyers of Yarn Carnival Yarns, and she works at Hill Country Weavers, which is like our most well-known shop in Austin. And she also hand dyes yarn, and I believe she has a bunch of patterns up on Ravelry. And I bought this beautiful yarn that I am probably in conjunction with knitting on my shawl that I'm designing. I just have to cast this on. This is Yarn Carnival. Let's see, it's upside down. This is Yarn Carnival, and it's called Strongman 4-ply, and I wasn't able to find it on Ravelry, so I'm not sure if she's put her graduated colors up yet. This is called Fox Gradient, and she said it was after somebody from Harry Potter, and I can't remember who it was, but I'm sure y'all do. She said, oh, the Phoenix from Harry Potter, I guess one of Hagrid's pets. And this is 463 yards of 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and these are totally my colors. I love brights. These are like neon. It's like a yellow to orange to fuchsia to purple, and I love it. And I think I'm going to knit the Mizzle Shawl by Patricia Cliff Martin. I looked it up, and I've seen a lot of them knit, and I love the way they look when they're done. It's funny, the picture, I don't think, the black and white picture doesn't do it justice. So it's going to be really cool. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I think it's going to look really cool in the graduated colors. I wanted something simple because, well, you know, sometimes when you do stuff that has a lot going on, you don't want something that has a lot of intricate details. Although some shawls do look good with that, you know, have a lot of detail, do look good with lots of colors. Not all of them do, and I think that one's going to show the pattern off. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I bought, and next week I'll show you the rest. I didn't buy as much as I did when I went to Stitches South. Probably bought more like when I went to DFW Fiberfest, and probably I will not be buying much until I go to SSK, hopefully. Sometimes when I go to the yarn shop, I'll buy stuff, but I don't normally buy like I do when I go to a festival. And this one I bought from Gritty Knits, and I wanted to buy something from her at DFW Fiberfest, but I didn't find anything in particular at that time. This is Gritty Knits, and this is 100% Corriedale, 4 ounces, and it's in the Funhouse colorway. Now look at that, isn't that fun? And you know what's funny? When I took a picture of this with this, and with this. This is from Dawning Dreams. Like, aren't a lot of those colors similar? I think there's a theme here going on. Neon colors that all have yellow in them, and fuchsia. This one is from Dawning Dreams, and I got to talk to her for a while. She's a lovely lady. This is, I believe, superwash merino, and this is 4 ounces of superwash merino. Let's see if I can show you. I'll pull it out a little bit so you can see more of the colors. It's really, really pretty. But yes, I did notice when I took a picture of all of them, I was like, wow, a lot of those are the same. But this one does have a brown in it. And, you know, I think I told you guys my favorite colors really are gold and brown and orange. I love those colors together. So those are some of the things I bought when I was at the Fiber Fest. And I also got a skein of yarn from Fiber Nymph Dye Works that I wanted to get this for a long time, but it's hard to catch certain of her colorways because everybody else wants them too. And I think some of the ones that have been out for a while that people really like, it seems like I think a lot of people have gotten them, so it was a little bit easier for me to grab this on the update, because I don't think I even got it like right away. I think maybe it was an hour after it started. So if there's some older of her colorways that you want, except for Nan Cat, I don't even know if she's dyeing that anymore, but if there's older colorways of hers that you want that you weren't ever able to get your hands on, this is a good time to try. Plus she'll be at SSK too, but I finally got Star Trek-y, and I always wanted to get this one once I saw it knitted up. I am a Star Trek fan, but I'm not like a Star Trek nerd. You know, it's not my favorite show, but I did watch it growing up. My dad loved it, and then my husband loved it, so I've seen like Voyager and Next Generation and all of those. But I just really like the colors in this. I've seen it knitted up in socks, and it's beautiful. So this one I got in the Bounce Base. So this is not a sparkle one, but it's beautiful colors. And I was very happy to get that. And I'm thinking this may be kind of a short episode. I'm trying to record today, and it's my first full like weekday that I don't have school, so it's kind of lazy. And that's why I don't have show notes, but I figure I need to get this out. Before I go into, I was going to show you one of the new colorway that I dyed, and also one of my other colorways reskinned because I think it looks a lot better. We are doing a knit along for the month of June and July. Actually started like the end of May. I started it after my last podcast, and you can knit anything. It just has to be finished during the months of June or July, and it ran from like, I think I started the 24th or 25th of May, and it's running until July 31st, and all you have to do is be a member, finish it during that time frame, it doesn't matter when you started it, and post it in the group. And I have 4 prizes so far. I'm going to give away a skein of my yarn, and you'll be able to choose whatever you want from the shop. And I'm going to give away a book. Let's see if I can find that book. That's one of the bad things about not having your stuff already right in them. I'm going to give away the book Fiber, I think it was Fiber Optic Socks. It's in the thread on the Ravelry group, and next time I record I will show some pictures from that book. It's a popular book that's been out for maybe a couple of months. My husband bought it for me for Christmas, and the socks are really complicated, and I tend to knit at this point. I think the most complicated sock I've ever knit were the monkey socks. I'm not into complicated socks. I like the ones that I can kind of go with it and not have to look at the pattern too much. So I told him, oh, they're beautiful socks, but I probably won't knit anything from it because they're a lot of colorwork socks, but they're really beautiful. So if you like to knit colorwork socks, that would be a good prize to get. And I'm also going to give away a skein of Fresh from the Cauldron yarn. And they have great yarns. I love them. Let me see if I can find that skein. It should be right over here. Bad podcaster. I don't have everything in front of me. No, it's not there. Oh, but here's the book. Dropping things. Here's the book, though. It's not Fiber Optic. It's Op Art Socks. And there's 19 patterns for women and men. Here's one that would be good for a man. I'll show you a few of them, and then next time I'll show you some more. This one I really like, but like I said, I'm not really a colorwork sock person. I've only done a couple of colorwork things, and I tend to stick with the simple designs. This one doesn't look too bad. That one might not be too hard. But they're really beautiful socks, and it's a beautiful book. So I'm also going to, like I said, I'm going to give away a Fresh from the Cauldron yarn, and it's one of the gradient yarns from her gradient sock club I was in. I think it was called Scary Tales. And then I'm also going to give away a $10 or less giftable pattern from Ravelry, and that'll be your choice. So go ahead, and it doesn't matter what you knit, what you crochet. It can be crocheted, it can be knit, doesn't matter what it is. Just finish it in the months of June and July, or by the end of May, and post it in the thread. And I will be drawing for winners after July 31st. Then other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to say thank you to those of you who gave me some more star ratings on iTunes. That helps. And if you're so inclined and you're watching this right now, I'd love if you could go and give me another review. It doesn't have to be a written review. Those are nice, but it's also nice to just get star reviews. Those kind of things push us up in the ratings so people can find us better. And I know some of you guys have been liking me on YouTube, and I haven't figured out how to find out who is doing that. One of the podcasters on their last podcast had mentioned that they said thank you to some of the people who'd done it, but I guess I haven't figured out how to find out who's liking the podcast, but I have been getting some likes on that, and that helps too, so thank you. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my new colorway, and then new colorway in the one Riscane, and then I'm going to give out a coupon code, so hold up until the end if you can. This one it came out completely different from what I expected, but it came out really cool. So, but I'm probably not going to be able to duplicate it because I tried a bunch of different things with it. This one is called Another Roadkill. And for those of you who like jewel tones, I think you would love this. It's pinks and reds and purple. And a little bit of gray and black in there too. It has a lot of different colors. So this one's Another Roadkill, and it's on the Vampire base, which is the superwash merino and nylon sock yarn I have. And then I rescanned Phoenix because I thought, you know, the colors, it just doesn't do it justice. The picture I have, I'm going to need to take some new pictures because I really think this is a beautiful colorway. This one's called Phoenix, and it's yellow, and it's got some red and orange and purple in it. Let's see, I'll show the difference. Yeah, this one's more red, and this one is more yellow. There, that's really what it looks like. So those are two of the colorways that are up in the shop now. And for the month of June, if you type in the code School's Out, you can get 15% off anything in the shop. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon, hopefully next week. And with that, I'm going to say get busy knitting or get busy dyeing.